But you got to live it. I mean, you got to live that dream. Were you able to wake up this morning and really think about it more and process what you accomplished yesterday?
Yeah, I think that I didn't realize yesterday, and then this morning I watched a couple of my waves and it gave me goosebumps, and I was just like, wow, like, you know, I did it.
Maybe he could have been slightly deeper, but in my opinion, those could have been 210s. And see Ryan starting right now, which is not usual for Gabe at the inside.
Ryan able to get the opening ride. He's still driving, and the foam ball takes him down. But what an accomplishment, getting close to a score. And the first wave off Medina, he'd actually have the victory to move on. Still chatting with Vahine as we watch Medina roll into his first wave of this matchup. And just like Gabe does, he goes right into a perfect exit. And he will now take the lead.
Yeah, let's watch the replay.
Go ahead, Vahine. What'd you see here?
I feel like Medina's the best at like stalling right at the takeoff. Like he stays super low and then pumps through and still like slowing down. But he's the best at doing that, like right at the takeoff, staying really low. So one of my favorite surfers.
Ryan, though, has an opportunity to answer. Pulls up and under. Stands up tall in the pit as it stretches out over the reef. A great read from the Australian. And this heat is starting to build. It's nice and slow, and then just steps on the gas in comparison to Ryan's wave, Jesse.
Yeah, and that's what I mentioned. See how Ryan's wave actually stretched out a little bit more, and he was actually, for a longer period of time in the barrel, he was just cruising different approaches. He got very deep right there. Gabriel had to kind of manufacture that barrel.
That was one of those magic moments. Wow, we're going back to live quickly, driving through the pit and out into the daylight is Gabriel Medina, who's been very selective, but selecting really well. His 8 was a long time ago, and didn't need much to take the lead. We'll see him transition into first now at 10:15 to go, Jesse.
Deep as you can get. Check this out. He's behind, driving through that first and second pump. Disappeared through the whole time. Came out after the spit. That was a beautiful ride from him. Like, look at that pump. Like, his foot's moved so forward on the board, giving him that stability, giving him that drive that he needs to go through this foam monsters that you kind of have to deal with here at Teahupo'o.
Wanted to win at all costs. It's been amazing following his journey from back in the day. Medina's up. He's not in the barrel yet, so he'll pull in towards the end section. But he's looking really comfortable in his happy place, Jesse.
When he's under priority, he's very dangerous.
Watching him just kind of coast through the end bowl. Having some fun, Vahine.
I was going to say exactly what Jesse mentioned. Like, Gabriel is the most dangerous under prio because he knows this reef like by heart. I saw him move through the lineup, and it's crazy. He finds the barrel, whether it's like everywhere. He's always in the barrel somewhere, and he also creates his own scores. Like, even if the wave is not that good, he's gonna be able to make it an excellent score. So yeah, I don't like Gabriel when he's under prio. I mean, I wouldn't like completely exhausted and yeah, just went to bed.
Sometimes that's the best celebration. Just so satisfied as we watch Medina now scratching for the horizon.
Let's talk through this wave. Big set wave. Ryan pulls in, disappears, comes out. I don't know.
Another great barrel ride for the Australian. He's looking for a 907 though, so a certain type of ride to take the lead. Did that have enough on it for you, Jesse?
Yeah.
Break it down for us, Vahine.
I feel like he could have been stalling the whole time. That's what Jeremy would have told me anyways. He tells me, no stalling, you just stall the whole way, even if it's ugly. So yeah, he kind of stood a little bit maybe too early, and maybe you could have maximized the score a little bit more.
And that's the difference that you see it from a competitor like Gabriel. Like, the whole time he's trying to just manufacture scores. He's thinking about his head, the numbers that he could get, and maximizing every opportunity he has. And
right on cue, 2:10 on the clock. A spot in the semifinals on the line. The underdog being R.Callinan. As we look at this first one, perfect takeoff, drops in, stands straight up with room to move. Gabriel Medina Another incredible ride. Had so much time to enjoy it, and he's making it look really easy. One more look here, Vahine.
Yeah, big set wave and disappears, comes out with the spit. Yeah, that's gonna be, I think, his second best score, or maybe the best score of the heat.
How's that style, the footwork right there, just perfect. Perfect execution.
Locked and loaded. You're watching the guy who's been on a hot streak out here. Last 7 events he's competed in. He's featured in 6 finals. So he'd be happier if he was closing out more events out here. But looks like he'd just be on a dream surf trip somewhere. It's not like he's barely fitting into these barrels. You can almost fit 2 of them on top of each other when it's standing this tall and it's starting to corner a little bit more with that reinforcing swell. Seems like he's pushing his records through the roof. Like a lot of the women did yesterday, getting their single high scores as well. It's been unbelievable last couple of days here at the end of the road. G.Medina will move on to take on his longtime rival of John Florence in semifinal number 2.
Gabriel, looking out there when you're pulling into those waves, pure intensity. Then you get to the boat and you're chilling. How do you go back and forth from that?
Oh, the waves are incredible. Yeah, it's just so good out there, you know. You gotta enjoy every moment, every wave. We're having the best surf session today. And yeah, it feels good to find the good ones.
We got some deja vu. You versus John. All the surf fans, everybody is hyped for this one. What are you expecting for this next matchup?
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, just watch.
Just watch it. Just watch it. Gabriel Medina, moving on. Congrats, brother.